Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Friday, the 4th day of October, 2024, Friday of the 26th week of the year, the 26th week of the ordinary time. But more importantly, it is the day of the great feast. It is the solemnity of St. Francis of Assisi, founder, mystic, what have you. Again, it is our feast day here at St. Francis and at the Franciscan School. It is this glorious, wonderful day. And actually, the dew point has dropped. So it's going to be 80 again, but it's still going to be, it's not going to be as humid, I think, as it has been the last couple of days. So the back patio here at the rectory, friary, a little bit, rectory friary here on this quiet morning as we begin this great and glorious day of celebrating our founder, St. Francis. There are special readings for today. The biggest one is the gospel, which talks about if you are weary and burdened, come to me, I will give you rest. And what has been kept from the learned and the wise has been revealed to little children. Again, the way in which Francis sought, wisdom that the world does not give, and wisdom that others pursue, and sometimes in vain. A wisdom that allows us to see more deeply God's work and God's presence in our lives. That is the kind of wisdom that Francis speaks, that Francis teaches, and asks us also, to kind of abide in our own lives, to embrace in our own lives. A man of hope, basically, at the end of his life, which is what we celebrate today. At the end of his life, someone who, by all accounts, should be broken and despairing, who should be, feeling lost and depressed because he has been thrown to the margins by his community and sees his community vying for power left and right and growing so exponentially that it is probably difficult to control and difficult to remember the simplicities and joys with which Francis founded and attracted the first followers to his movement. But within all of this, Francis finds hope. Francis finds hope that allows him to continue, hope that allows him to persevere, hope that allows him to still see God at work in him, in this world, and in everything that is happening, even if it is not happening in the way that he would have anticipated it or hoped it would, or even designed that it would. That sense of hope is something that we need to embrace today on this great feast day. This sense of hope that allows us, to know that there is a God presence in this world that continues, in this creation that continues to groan, both by our own negligence as human beings and perhaps also by the fact that the world itself is still in the process of becoming what God wants it to become. In that groaning, we can get lost. In that groaning, we can see only despair. In that groaning, we can see only hurt and harm. But that groaning allows us to then look deeper as to where the sources are of this groaning, and then to ask if we might be able to heal that, to use that wisdom that comes with hope, that allows us to see more deeply what it is that God is asking us to do and asking us to be in this world. On this day we celebrate Francis, we remember, again, that hope is as great as love in our lives. That hope is that which causes us, to not lose sight of the good, of the beauty and the wonder of this world, even in sometimes its own brokenness and its own pain. To be able to be people who see that, to people who do not give in to the lies that many times our world seems to be living by and our world seems to prefer than to the truth. To be able to be people who see this God at work through acts of hope, through acts of love, through acts of kindness, as the plane flies over. And through acts of wonder and beauty allows us to be who we are called to be as people of faith in this world. Franciscan or not, we are called to hope. Franciscan or not, we are called to trust that God knows what God is doing. Franciscan or not, we are called to hear the groanings of this world, to groan along with it, but to search for those sources of that groaning and to do what we can with God's help to heal so that the world may experience God's beauty and wonder and love. A blessed feast day, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord give you his peace.